Welcome back, YouTubers. I am Jason Worsman. This is Tankers Fantasy Football, and we are going to break down some Week 6 waiver wire ads for you guys today to get you ready heading into Week 6 to help you go over. But before we do, we're just going to have to get into a little information about our sponsors. I'm just fucking kidding. We ain't got no sponsors here at Tankers Fantasy Football, but you out there have the power to change that. Yes, you are very powerful indeed. You just got to go down there and you got to touch that little thumbs up, give that little like button a push, put your little comments and questions down in the comment section below. And if you're feeling super generous, you like the cut of my jib, go on there and give us a subscribe as well. All right, we're going to get right into it. This is kind of desperation. A lot of these running backs this week are kind of desperation plays. You know, no real running back twos out there to be had this week. Talking about John Hillman. If Barkley sits, Gallman's probably looking to miss. So if Barkley sits, John Hillman for the Giants. I mean, Patriots D is stiff as it comes. So I don't know. I mean, this is desperation. I mean, you're hoping and praying for 10 PPR points out of this guy. But if you are in desperate need of bye weeks, maybe you got some injuries, I guess give him a look. We got Adrian Peterson, interim coach, says we got to run the ball more. I mean, that might be a problem. Adrian Peterson has only averaged 2.7 yards per carry this season, but he is playing the Dolphins this week, so game script isn't going to be an issue. And I think, you know, maybe if he can fall his ass into the end zone, he might be able to scrape together 12 to 15 PPR points for you this week. Chase Edmonds, if you're a David Johnson owner, probably should go out there and get your hands on him if he's still available in your league. David Johnson's got a little back soreness going on, so if that continues to be a thing or somehow gets worse, Chase Edmonds did look spry enough to be flex play worthy, maybe even back into RB2 if David Johnson went down. So if you are the David Johnson owner, I would go ahead and give you some Chase Edmonds. Got some Ito Smith. Falcons are pretty desolation, but Ito Smith did go out there and get you 6 receptions last week. So in full point PPR, I guess in a bye week pinch, Ito Smith isn't the worst flex play out there. We got some Gus Edwards. This is desperation def con 3 situation, but you know, playing the Bengals, they're giving up like 38 fantasy points, 2 running backs a week. If the Baltimore gets a solid lead in the second half, could see some Gus Edwards out there heavily, like we did in that Miami game week 1. Gus Edwards could find himself in the end zone. And so if you're in also desperate DEFCON situation, Gus Edwards might be your boy. We got some Auden Tate. He's at least 6 targets in 3 straight games. He's parlayed that into 6 for 88, 4 for 50, and last week he had 3 for 26 in that late touchdown to save your week out there. And Auden Tate. I mean until AJ Green, John Ross, AJ Green's not going to play week 6. Already been ruled out. So that's telling me AJ Green's still missing multiple weeks moving forward. John Ross placed on the IR, at least missing like 7 more games. So Auden Tate's going to continue to see the field. Bengals game script's always going to be favorable for passing the football, so I go out there and give him a look as well. Got Dante Pettis. I recorded this before Monday Night Football, so if you're somehow watching this before the game, go out there. You could probably scoop him up for free out there. But I mean, I expect, you know, after the bye week, to get this wide receiver situation right. I expect to see a lot more Dante Pettis. I'd like to see a lot more Deebo Samuel out there. I think those 2 are the clear-cut, most talented of the wide receivers in San Francisco. I'm sick of this wide receiver by committee Shanahan bullshit he's got going on. I think that settles down a little bit. I think Dante Pettis could be a solid flex play for you moving forward the rest of the season. We got some Robbie Anderson. I know Sam Darnold plays. It's like the only way you can even think about flexing Robbie Anderson. He's like absolutely filth puke garbage of Nick Folk out there, but who wouldn't? I know. Yeah, Trevor Siemian, he went down. Nick Folk's out there. It is a serious situation. Nobody can throw the ball longer than 2 yards down the field. Sam Darnold, if he comes back, being Robbie Anderson was probably let go, especially in shallow bench leagues, maybe like 5 bench spots. You can't really afford to hang on to a guy for multiple weeks out there scoring you nothing. So he should be available in your leagues as well. Got Byron Pringle. If Tyreek sits again, you know, he should probably be added. He went out there, he got you like the 6 or 7 for 103 and the touchdown on the 9 targets. I know Sammy Watkins probably going to miss this week, so it's probably looking to be Mecole Hardman Robinson and Byron Pringle. And if Byron Pringle is on the field in 3 wide sets, if Tyreek Hill doesn't suit up, I think he is worth a look as well. Moving into a couple tight ends, got Gerald Everett, 19 targets these last 2 games. Moved that into 5 for 41 and 1 in week 4 and 7 for 136 last Thursday night on Thursday Night Football. He's also out snapping his teammate Tyler Higbee, 138, 256 in those last 2 games, so that's not a problem. He's the tight end on the field. And I mean, it's getting kind of sexy. These next 2 weeks are kind of sexy matchups too. He has the Falcons and Cincinnati in 2 of the next 3 weeks. So all in on some Gerald Everett. I mean, if you're in desperation mode, you're like the O.J. Howard owner, you just don't know what to do. You've seen enough. I would look to probably start running out Gerald Everett moving forward. Hunter Henry, they're not saying that he's ruled out for week 6 already. He probably won't play, but if he was dropped in your league, he is definitely worth a speculative add. We got some quarterback streamers. We got Kirk Cousins versus the Eagles out there. That's a decent play. And we got some defensive streamers as well. We got the Chargers versus Steelers third string quarterback. And Cowboys D if Sam Darnold misses the game as well. So all right, you like the cut of my jib, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe. We will be back tomorrow with some buy low, sell highs for week 6. And then back on Wednesday night, maybe Thursday morning, with the stardom situms of the week. All right, holler at me.
I'm hot as fuck, bitch.